man, he's really low. Okay, we're gonna have to. This is gonna be a fully reset. But if I can survive, I will get a good. Okay, I'm gonna take my blossom because everybody's around the corner. Oh my god, it's actually such a massive blossom. I didn't expect it. I'm really low, and the Doof is kind of clutched up and followed up on my stuff and absolutely. Hello, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's video. Today's video is a weekly gameplay of some Reaper action. Now, this series is for Reaper mains out there who are stuck in Diamond and below. You are probably playing the character wrong if you're playing, if you're stuck in Diamond and below and you're playing Reaper. So, two common things I see a lot of Reaper players and Reaper mains do is they number one is they constantly flank. Number two, they always fade in ult without, you know, baiting any abilities out or stuns, and that's like the most tragic thing you can do. And you always have to play Reaper depending on the matchup and depending on, most importantly, two things: your tank and the enemy tank. Now we have a Doomfist, so that's automatically that's going to be changing our entire way we play Reaper. Is you want to free the Doom, because Doom is not, he's tanky, but he doesn't play like, you know, your average your classic tech that wants to take as much damage. No, he wants to go in. He doesn't want to peel. He's greedy, you know. So you're gonna act as the front line of the team. So literally, we're gonna AFK next to our support to deny the enemy tank to push our tank. Push our supports for free, and we're gonna let the Doom do his job. So and like free him from having to come back to us and peel. I mean, like, look, the Doom is free. He's happy. He doesn't need to peel because we are acting as the tank of the team. So this is how we're gonna play this matchup. We're gonna AFK a lot next to our team, and we're gonna let the Doom do his thing, and we're not gonna like flank, or we're not gonna really take a lot of angles. We're just literally gonna act as the tank of the team. We're gonna act like the tank and let the Doom do some DPS actions. Luckily we survived, which is pretty good, but not for long. But yeah, so I would prefer a good pick by the Doomfist. I would prefer if we have an Onyx instead of the Baptiste, to be honest, but good res by this person. Okay, so because Ana Baptiste really is not gonna, like, it's really bad with our team comp, but Ana is gonna be much better for me and specifically the Doomfist. So he's gonna struggle a lot with the heals. But yeah, like, look, we're gonna act, because, like, look, the Hazard has nothing else to do, really, because he can't really push my team because I'm just literally AFKing next to my team. He has to come back to peel, which is not really what you want to do most of the time. So he's gonna copy me. She definitely wasted. Oh, Nano Reaper is gonna be. Oh my god, really great punch, actually. This is really winnable. Great immortality field by my Baptiste. Amazing Bob by my Ashe. This is really winnable. Bob captured the objective. But again, I feel like an Ana would be really necessary now, even though the Bab is playing well. But because if you're gonna play Bab just to heal, you might as well go on and do much more and heal, you know, because Bab is just about like taking high ground and stuff like that. But like, it's just our team comp is not poke reliant, so it just doesn't work with the Doomfist overall. And the Ashe is not really getting the pocket that she needs because the Doom is getting, it's, you know, it's just taking damage because he's not. Again, like, we have to eat more. Okay, we're gonna have our yeah, he got naded. Okay, yeah, it's just like we don't have the best synergy team comp wise, and they just do automatically. This guy can die, actually. Maybe we can clip him. Okay, we did clip him. We have our ultimate. They don't have res. We will go with this perk, and we have a great blossom potential here. The Ana is sitting right here, and these guys have sleep and fade out. So great, nade is already out. Okay, Echo is out of the fight. Great patience by us. The Ana killed herself, so we did not, you guys see, we did not fade in ult because we knew that the Sojin can escape away. The Ana can sleep natives, so it's just like, it's not worth the risk. As long as abilities are there, don't waste your ultimate. Doom has his ult. Okay, now we can go for a flank ultimate. A surprise ultimate. They're gonna have a lot of ultimates, so they're gonna have Coalescence, they're gonna have Sojin's ultimate, they're gonna have and Nano. So ooh, we're gonna have to surprise. We're not gonna flank. We can't flank. We have to surprise Blossom as soon as they walk down this choke, but we have to listen. Okay, this is a cleanup phase, which is pretty good. Again, I'm not gonna reveal myself. It's not worth it because we already won the fight. The Bab, this would be a good opportunity to ult, actually. We'll take it. As long as they have no stun. I mean, I'm spotted, but he's gonna die for it. Like, that was a bad play by this guy. Okay, we're gonna Blossom just to keep our Oh, she's 1 HP actually. If she could die, yeah. Just to kill, because if they walked in there, we would have lost because our entire team is not present. So I would rather take the Blossom, trigger my passive, kill the tank, and put someone HP, someone 1 HP, and my team will finish off Darkrai, and I'll get the rest. So we restabilized. But again, they have a lot of ultimates, and we do have the BAP. So it's all come back to this Baptiste. This Baptiste lands his window. We're gonna win automatically. We almost have Bob soon. We need to get away soon. There's the ultimates that we're talking about. We can't really go deep, unfortunately. We're gonna try to deny a flank from Echo. She's gonna copy me. Ah, she was really low. That health bag really helped her there, unfortunately. Of course, it happened to be a health bag right down there, but we will lose this, unfortunately, but I really think that we play to the best of our abilities. Again, I still stand behind the reasoning of us losing this, is we don't have the best synergy. If we're gonna play this team comp, it's just like, if the BAB doesn't want to switch, then the Mercy should switch. I'm not saying these guys are playing bad, it's just synergy-wise, this team comp is not the best to play with Doom, especially and specifically the support lineup, and more importantly, I'm looking at the Baptiste because Mercy is good with the Ashe, but I feel like that Ashe is not a bad. It's like she's not doing bad. I mean, stats maybe it'll show you that she's doing bad or whatever, but she's not really getting the pocket that she needs because the Mercy is having to do way too much healing rather than damage boosting. Because our Doomfist doesn't have a Nano, doesn't have a Kitsune, he doesn't have cleanses. He's just literally eating all of the abilities on his own. Again, now I do have to be fair here. BAP is much better on this part of the map than before, so we'll see. But again, I really think that Ana is much better to play when you have a Doomfist. Okay, honestly, even Zenyatta will be much better than Baptiste, but it's okay, it is what it is. We're gonna have to make best with what we have. But yeah, like, look at the Doomfist is always very low, and we just have to E-more way too early. I have to give up a lot of... Okay, now this guy is feeding. We're gonna go with this one, obviously. These are, like, in my opinion, the better perks. We're gonna try to force fight on point, spam I need healing, but again, we don't have brawlers, so we're gonna have to surrender the point because our supports can't just push in. But yeah, this Echo is gonna die, obviously. We're gonna have to AFK a little bit. But yeah, everybody is... like, this Doom is doing really well, but... If you guys found yourself in this position as a support player, always go on in this team comp, not Baptiste, because as a BAB, you don't have Sigma, you don't have Bastion to get value, and you don't have high grounds to abuse, like if you're playing high ground map. But like, as you guys can see, like, we're literally AFK because I'm not even having a lot of things to comment on because we're just AFKing next to our team. This is how you play this matchup. We're not really doing anything special. You want to free the Doom by just existing next to your team. Do act as the tank of your team and let the Doom do Doom things. Like, don't worry about the Doom. Doom is like a Tracer, but it's a tankier version of Tracer. Think about it this way. So as long as you're thinking about it this way, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm the tank. And it will work much, much better if you had Kiriko or Ana. So again, we will play greedy here. We're gonna hold corners because we can hold it until the Doom comes back. Again, they cannot for free push as long as we get okay, great immortality, absolutely fantastic, resulting in, unfortunately we did not, we lost the point objective. I mean, the point, but it's okay. He did waste ultimate. They had to waste 2 ultimates, and we still have some sort of... Nah, we don't have... Yeah, that's an L, unfortunately. Yeah, we can clip the tank, actually, because we're shooting through the window. I don't think he even remembers. Man, he's really low! Okay, we're gonna have to... This is gonna be a fully reset. But if I can survive, I will get a good... Okay, I'm gonna take my Blossom because everybody's around the corner. Oh my god, it's actually such a massive Blossom. I didn't expect it. I'm really low, and the Doomfist kind of clutched up and followed up on my stuff. An absolutely fantastic Blossom because sure, we did not bait abilities out, but I was completely out of LOS. Sure, I got slept, and that is why you never ult before baiting abilities out, but that was such the perfect Blossom around the corner. They did not see it coming, so I did as much damage as possible, and the Doomfist cleaned up, so that was a great ultimate. Now, they had to switch team up because I am becoming an issue now. We completely freed the Doom, and as a Doom player, I know that for a fact. Going against a D.Va is much, 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 much better than going against, going against Hazard, because Doom has matchup against D.Va any day of the week, especially in a map like that. Look at him going ham on Instagram, and that is how to, like, this is exactly why I love making Reaper videos, because a lot of Reaper, like, look, the Doom is literally went to spawn because we were so tanky that every time the hazard pushed in, I was in his face. So he's like, the Doom is not my issue, it's the Reaper. So he switched to D.Va to counter me, and now he had to switch. Okay, it's a Nano Doom on here, Nano Echo. It's a this far from over. We have Echo, we have Bob in the backline. Echo is dead here. Yeah, so he had to go Orisa. Yeah, he switched because he knows D.Va is not the way to go, because the Doom will cook him. Again, this is actually not over yet, unless the Moira is not going to chase us. She's dead. Okay, yeah, now it's over. But see, the Doom likes me. Because that one ultimate was really, really good. So we are doing the best in terms of assisting and enabling our Doomfist now. Now, I have to say, I have to add one thing here. If the enemy team is going to stick with the Orisa is a tough tank to play Reaper into, because Orisa is not like, you can literally tell me any tank from here, you can literally go up in their faces and do damage, and you will, pressure them good. But Orisa is not like that. Orisa actually, at least, a mediocre Orisa even, has a great matchup against you. So Orisa, you never push an Orisa until you literally track all of her abilities, specifically the two, the spinning thingy and the stun. Honestly, literally everything. But the two important things is the fortify and the javelin, the stun javelin. So if you know that they don't have to, because if you know the Orisa doesn't have these two abilities, now you're gonna push. So now we're gonna have to change our playstyle, not quite a lot, but we're gonna try to avoid the tank as much as possible now, because the Orisa is really good against me and against the Doomfist. So this is a fully reset. There's nothing you can do against an Orisa. It's not like D.Va. Like, if it was D.Va, if it was Zarya, I would be able to hold corners, but against an Orisa, it's just a fully reset. If my tank is not present, nothing I can do. Great swap from the enemy team to the Orisa, but unless we switch up to... Oh, by the way, but I have to also touch here. Bab is also... Now, the Bab pick, if this guy's a good Bab, it will show here, because Bab is absolutely phenomenal against Orisa. But yet again, the Mercy... Oh man, see, now going break here now is actually gonna harm us more than help us, but we will see. They even switched up to anti-Reaper Cassidy, anti-Reaper Doom, a team comp. But again, I don't really agree with my team switches. Like, all these switches are absolutely not, like, counterproductive. Why would you go Brigitte? They don't have anything that you're good against. Like, yeah, it doesn't make sense. Why would you go Brigitte? They didn't have any flankers. I'm really not sure if we're gonna be able to win this, because we have absolutely the worst team comp possible, like, to win this. That's a waste of an ultimate, by the Orisa, because Lily offers nothing, and she literally got nothing done. That's why she AFK. She knew that she messed up very badly. Now, they practically donated that point for free. Now we're gonna go super aggro, because that Doom gave us a lot of free, gave us a lot of free space, and that Orisa kind of threw that, I'm not gonna lie, because we don't have the matchup. There's just literally no reason for this person to go Orisa, Brig, because nothing in the enemy team that really requires or screams that you should go Brig. Anyways, we have to be careful here by the stun if you want to land a good Blossom. Good news is they have a very weak backline, at least to us. Beat, yeah, it's gonna be nasty, but at least there's no sleep, there's no stun. Our Break is kind of playing flank Break against an Orisa. We're not gonna fade in Blossom, because two people from the enemy team, the Sojourn and the Moira, is gonna fade away. So why risk it while we already committed the Bob and we're already winning the fight? Why waste a Blossom? So but yeah, like, as you can see, we're acting like the tank, we're not flanking. Yeah, they have, like, you see, like, the Doom is way too free because I'm acting like the tank. Now they have to go Sombra again. All we're gonna do now is gonna play a little bit extra defensive, because the Sombra, she can't really go for the Doom if he's a good Doom. She's gonna go for my backline, and now the Brig pick will... Now that, you see, like, the enemy team switched to Sombra is counterproductive. I get it that you want to deal with the Doomfist, but you're not going to be able to get much done if there's a Brig on the field. So, especially on a late during the game. Like, I would say Pharah would be good against us. Reaper countering the Reaper, mirroring the Reaper Bastion, but Sombra is way too late. Yeah, that's why they swapped off the Sombra, and this is a completely surrender switches from the enemy team, because now all we gotta do, track the bubbles, and by the way, Zarya is great for me, because we counter Zarya very hard. We track the bubbles, we fade in, oh, that's one bubble out. I think that was the second, but it's okay, but they do have the beat here, so that's Coalescence out. We don't really need to do much here. We can, you know what, we can Blossom here, oh, unfortunately, the Brig... I really thought that because the Brig went in, somehow she died, unfortunately, but you know what? It is what it is, it happens. I really thought that the Brig would survive that, so she would, like, you know, heal me through it, but it's okay. They will... The only thing that we should be afraid of is the beat, but that's about it. I mean, she's very low, and like I said, like, we have heavy matchup against the Zarya. Like, we freed the Doom way too much that the enemy team absolutely did not know what to go. So, like, they didn't know what tank to do. They went Diva, they went Hazard, they went like a lot of things, and I really feel like, I think he has beat. Yeah, he didn't beat the entire time. So, ooh, okay. This cannot get hairy now. We do not want to lose it now. We do not want to lose it now. Oh, because Zarya is 1 HP. Alright. Yeah, great try by the enemy team. But yeah, like, I feel like in the enemy team, the Orisa should have stayed Orisa, because Orisa was the best tank to go against us, but because he messed up very badly because of that one play, he thought that, oh, I messed up, I might as well switch. No, you messed up, not your switch wise, like not your tank pick, but you messed up because you made a bad play that doesn't warrant you to switch off the character. But absolutely amazing Doomfist, honestly, but we did also the best of our abilities to free him. I swear to God, I've seen a lot of people lose a lot of games when they have a great Doomfist, when they're Reaper, but because they constantly flank as Reaper with the Doom, but even the enemy team, like, even if the Doom and the Reaper get like 2-3 picks, but by then when they want to come back to the team, their entire backline has been wiped out, and the Doom and the Reaper only killed like a DPS and a support, but the enemy team has at least a support and a tank present. And the Doom and the Reaper, when they come back, they have no support. So the Reaper, if you are a Reaper main and you have a Doomfist on the field on your team, you have to act as the tank, and you have to play the boring style Reaper, which is AFK, literally in the corner. Act like the tank, play in front of your supports. I know it's not as satisfying as flanking, dueling a DPS and stuff like that. No. So we did that, and the Doom was absolutely free, especially when we forced the enemy, when we put so much pressure on Hazard, because what does Hazard like to do? He just likes to rush your backline, especially if he's going against the Doom, because the Doom would just, rush back. So because we literally AFK'd next to our supports, every time he wanted to make a risky play, we were there. We pushed him back to the point that he went Diva, thinking, oh, Diva is really the best tank to deal with Reaper. But guess what? Because he went Diva, we absolutely freed the Doom, and he literally went all the way to spawn and spawn camped them. So boys and girls, thank you guys for watching, thank you guys for stopping by. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, share with your friends if you learned a thing or two, and we should catch you guys all into the next one. Bye-bye.